Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and today is a bit of a crazy day. We finally got on ourselves some new machine-wise hardware, some screws. I wish I could get the better lighting. There we go. Some new machine-wise pivots and thingamabobs, and I am going to be making this is probably my most edited video so far. But basically, I'm going to be testing a bunch of different things here today. Because I have a bunch of good screws and things like that. So the first thing that's going to be happening is I'm going to be putting back these bottom pivots back onto my gaboon. These pivots are going to come back to this guy here, and then two of these pivots are going to live on this guy, and this guy is going to get entirely new hardware. I'm going to have two spare T15 screw McGeezers for another balisong in the future. Maybe if it's lucky, the Orca might get it, but I don't think so. But that is the rough plan right now. And so I'm going to maybe film it, maybe not, I'm not sure. I might just cut to when I have it. But basically the general plan is try this guy on the original Serif blade. Yeah, I think just try this guy on the original Serif blade and put this guy on the better hardware. Maybe put the real blade on here as well, just to show you guys what it sounds like. Yeah, that's probably the plan. So I'll catch you guys in a minute. So guys, news, the gaboon finally back to its original form, which is great. My gaboon is now can stay, and the Serif has had like good screws put in, which is good. These screws are going ready for the Baliplus one. Next thing I'm going to do is probably show you guys a little clip actually of how I have this thing sounding right now, and then I'm going to put this blade on it, and you'll have like a before and after. So here is the Baliplus Serif. On stainless, not a great tune at the moment. Well, just the screws keep coming loose, but that is all about to change. But yeah, so in the next clip, it should be this guy on a real blade, and the bottom screws will stay the same, but I'll put in the machine-wise pivots because it's just easier. So guys, here is the Baliplus Serif on a real Serif blade, right, the standard buoy, and here's a little sound test. So here's the tune. I could probably crank it down a little bit more and maybe add a bit more oil, but I think if I then put in the proper bottom screws, give it a bit of a tighten, I think we can get this sounding pretty gnarly. So I'll just quickly put this for a little longer and then I'll do that. So here's the Baliplus Serif on real hardware, real stainless washers, T15 machine-wise, both top and bottom hardware on a real Serif blade, right? Baliplus handles. And it sounds pretty much just as good on the Opus blade as well. For comparison, here's what it sounds like against a real Serif. Which, I mean, if you get a pretty good tune on these things, they sound pretty good. So now I'm going to see what it's like if I were to take this blade and put it on my my real Serif handles, just so you have a A and B comparison, right, of all the different forms of Serif. But whereas that handle is quite like loose, this one sounds really good. That basically sounds almost like a real one. So I wonder if that's the gap in the other handle that causes that sound. That's a very, very lovely little tone that makes. This needs some oil, but ooh. Yeah, let's do the conversion now. So here is the Baliplus Serif on machine-wise hardware, full top and bottom, and sounds pretty good. I did need to do a better tune on the bite handle. The safe handle is great, but funny enough, that's actually a similar problem I have on my actual Serif. Here's the Serif though on the standard blade, and yeah. I mean, it's different to the Opus blade. Weirdly, this feels weirder without weights. Like, to be honest, this feels like it needs the lightweights. And I can see why people on the standard Serif blade want the lightweight, like the medium weights. Or the lightweights, I should say. Because this blade carries a lot of momentum. But hey, it's pretty cool. I like it. But yeah, I'm going to go switch this back to its proper form. So yeah, and then I'll just show you guys the Baliplus one. So tune up and refresh is finally done. Here it is on the Serif. The most difficult part is definitely the torque specs. I do not have a torque driver for T15 bits. I also don't think I have a torque wrench that goes as low as 3 Newton meters, but it is what it is. It is probably this needs a little bit of tweaking, but I'm pretty happy with it as it is. It's probably just a little bit too overlooped. I put it slightly too much. However, the biggest improvement is definitely this guy, which here is a redone tune because I had one handle at a slightly strange size. The way that this Balisong takes tunes is very strange because when I measure it, the blade is 3.14 mil, and then I have a bushing at 3.18, and then it doesn't take stainless washers, nor does it take phosphor bronze washers. So I'm like, what is going on? So currently all my bushings are around 3.20, or 3.2, sorry, or 3.19, and I get a much better tune. So these Serifs are a little bit funky with the tune. Perhaps the blades aren't super flat ground, or super surface ground, I should say. There's a little bit of play, but I mean, to be fair, most of this play isn't even like from the bushing, because if I do like this, yeah, there's very little wiggle. I think it's just this titanium must just be kind of bendy. I know all the blades bendy, who knows? But this thing's pretty nice now. The next step is then to anodize this guy. So hope you guys have enjoyed kind of watching me take apart and sound test different trims of both the Machine My Serif and the Serif clone. The thing's pretty bouncy. And it's actually much louder now on the Machine My Serif. So there's your real volume for comparison versus. It sounds less wet, which is good. At least that means that, you know, you can put in better hardware and it does sound better. I think obviously put a real Machine My blade on here. Either make this into a trainer, or, you know, if you've got a real blade for a Serif, slap that on and make it sound much better. You can get it sounding fairly close to a real one. And yeah, I'm hoping you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe. Let me know if you had any questions. I do recommend, if you've got the budget, swap out the hardware. It's not too deep. Yeah, I like the T15. It's like unstrippable. If I do sell this, I'm keeping the hardware on it though. But you can keep the tune. I'll put it back on stock washers and whatnot. But yeah, if I do choose to sell this, I'm going to make this Baliplus first, obviously. Yeah, but selling this really only depends on how good is the Monarch. Because if the Monarch is insanely good, the Monarch V1 clone, then this might have to get sold. Because I'm a big fan of the Monarch. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.